In this lecture, I want you to have a better idea of the things you're going to learn about in the course. We're going to look at some of the more interesting demos we will build with the course to help you learn about the concepts we will be talking about. This is a water level monitoring system you will get to build as you learn about custom widgets in Qt. You can see this is a completely custom widget. You can find this in the officially available Qt widgets you can use in your applications. We will build this from scratch. This can show the level of the water. You can see if we get a little higher, it's going to turn yellow. And if we go even higher, it's going to turn red to show you that the level is dangerous and you should do something about it. This example will also help you learn more about events. You can see that if we turn the mouse wheel, the level of the water goes down. This is powered by events. And you will learn all you can about events in the course. As we learn about the Qt Painter API, you will get a chance to draw something of your own on any Qt widget. We will draw this car to get you familiar with some of the constructs you have to go through to build and draw stuff using the Qt Painter API. You will put together an application that can draw shapes. You can see we have a bunch of shapes in here we support. We support polygon, rectangle, ellipse, pie, chord. You can draw text, and you can even draw a pix map of your choice. You're going to learn about this. The point of this demo is for you to even understand more about the Qt Painter API, and we're going to put together most of the concepts in one application so that you can learn about this. Let's change back to Polygon, and you see that you can fill your shapes with different kinds of things. You will learn about gradients, horizontal fields, and all kinds of crazy things. We will get a chance to build a painting application using the Qt Painter API. You can see you can draw strokes using this. You can draw rectangles, you can draw circles and ellipses. You can even fill your shapes. Let's do that. For example, the pen color is green, the fill color is red, and we can put our circle in here, and it's going to be using those colors. We can also erase stuff. You can do all kinds of crazy things with the Qt Painter API. We can change the color of the pen, I guess. Let's make it red, why not? And we can change the size of the pen in here and do all kinds of crazy things. This will be pretty cool, and you will learn a lot about how you can paint in your Qt applications. The knowledge we learn in this painting application will also be used when we get to the graphics view framework and build a better painting application. We will learn about drag and drop. This is a demo we will do to help you drag and drop stuff. You can see we can pick one image here and drag it in one widget, and we are going to move data. You're going to see that it's going to move from one location to another. But if you cross widgets, we're going to copy data. And we're going to show you how you can support this once you have the right tools to be able to do this. We will also learn about the clipboard and how you can use it to copy and move data around. This demo will allow us to copy an image from our file system and paste it on our widget. You can see this Bob image I have here. I can copy it. And when I click on my widget here and hit Ctrl V, you're going to see it shown on our widget. This is a simple example that is going to help you learn about the Q clipboard object. We will do the same for Painter app. This is the painting application we will have built in the previous lecture, but we will also enable it for copy and paste through the clipboard. You can see that we can copy an image and put it right here in the application, and we can do all kinds of crazy things on this image. We can even erase, I think, and this is pretty cool. As we learn about the model view architecture of Qt, we will learn about some of the convenience widgets that are already available for you to take advantage of. This is Qt Table widget, and you can use it to display tabular data like this. We will get a chance to learn about some of the already available predefined models and how you can use them in your Qt application. This application here is powered by QString model, and you can see that you can use it to select colors, but you can do even more with this. This is just a simple example to show you how you can work with this. The logic of this demo is that you click on a color and that color is going to show up on the right here. And you can see that, for example, if we click on red, can I find red? Let's go down and find red. And if I click on red here, this is going to become red. We will also learn about custom models. What you see here is powered by a completely custom model. And you can see that it is displayed by a list view, a table view, and a tree view, and it looks almost the same, but you can do that. We can add things to this model. Let's say Daniel Gray, and you see that we add a new entry for Daniel Gray. We can remove entries. For example, we can remove Jamie Lannister here, and we can do all kinds of crazy things with models. You're going to see that. We will get a chance to learn about table models. You can see that this is a table model. It's showing up nice in our table view, but also the tree view can display table models with no problem, and you can see that here. There are a few things you need to be careful about. We will have a chance to learn about that as we progress in the course, but this is pretty cool. We can still add stuff on this table model. Gray, and we're going to put in the age here. Let's put in 55, why not? Hit OK, and you're going to have your new entry here. You can remove whatever was in the view here, remove, you see that the entry goes away. You can do all kinds of crazy things with this. We will have a chance to look at how you can build cool looking delegates. This is the term tree model, but you see that we have modified it to show data a little better. You can see the colors in this cool looking nice widgets. If you want to edit the color, you can double click and you're going to have a combo box show up with the colors you can choose. And this is pretty cool. On top of this, you're going to have a chance to build your own custom editors. And if you look in this social score column here, you see the social score is displayed by stars. If you click, you're going to pop up a new widget, which is going to allow you to move left and right to change the star rating. For example, we can make it a 1 for this first entry here, and it's going to work. You can double click, change the rating, hit enter to confirm, or even click with your mouse to confirm, and you're going to see how all this works. We will have a chance to build full custom tree models that are editable, and this is pretty cool. You see, we have a lot of data here. Some data items are parented to other data items, and we can manipulate this model here. For example, I can select an item and add a child. You're going to see that we have a new child. We can rename it Daniel Gray, and let's say that he's a computer. We can add items at the same level as the currently selected item. You see, I have Israel here selected, and I can add a row to have a new data item at the same level, and you can see that this works. We can remove rows. Let's remove what we just added. We can add columns. For example, I select the profession column here. I add a new column. A new column is going to show up here, and I can do all kinds of crazy things here. Okay, you're going to learn about how you can design completely custom tree models that are editable. And this is going to be a lot. As we learn about the Qt graphics view framework, we will build a lot of demos, but some of the interesting ones are the Flappy Bird game you see here. You're going to put this together and you see I lose without even doing anything. You will put together a graphic scene in the graphics view, and you will populate those with data, and you're going to see how all this works. I know it looks intimidating at first, but you're going to learn about this, and you're going to see that it's not that hard. We will also have a chance to do my favorite project, which is this full-fledged painting application. It is based on the Qt graphics view framework, but it will force you to reuse all the knowledge you've learned about in the course. This widget containing our shapes is based on the model view architecture. You're going to make it support drag and drop. You're going to be able to draw all kinds of crazy shapes. You're going to be able to fill them with different colors. You can see that this is going to work through drag and drop. You can draw stars. You can draw rectangles. You can even undo some of the operations you just do. You see that this is working. You can copy and paste stuff. Let's try this out. I can select two things, hit copy, and I'm going to paste. And you're going to see that I have complete new copies of the things I had on the scene here. This is pretty cool. As if this is not enough, we're going to make this application support saving and loading. For example, we can go in the menu here and say enregistrer, which is save. I'm going to go to my desktop. That's where I'm going to put this thing. I'm going to say demo app for the name of the file we're going to save, and I'm going to hit save, and I can close this and run the application again, and I can reload whatever we had before. I'm going to, how do I load? I forget that. I'm going to click on this icon, and I'm going to go to my desktop, and I'm going to choose my demo app file to reload whatever it is we had before, and you see that it is all here. We are also going to make this application support different languages. You see now it's running in French, but we can easily make it run in French by coming in settings here, choose the language we want. For example, I can make it run in Chinese. We're going to support this language. After I do that, I close the application, I open it again, and it's going to run in Chinese. How cool is that? Look at this. We can even reload whatever we had before. We click on Dakai, which is open, and we're going to go to our desktop, and we're going to choose the file we just created, and everything we had before is going to magically show up here. This application is pretty cool, and you're going to learn a lot by building it. We will also have a chance to deploy this application on Windows and Linux, and you're going to be able to put together one single file that you can send to whoever wants to use this application, and it's going to be pretty cool. So I hope this overview gave you a better idea of the things you're going to be able to do once you are done with the course. I am excited about this. We're going to stop here in this lecture. In the next one, we're going to start and learn about event programming in Qt. Go ahead and finish up here and meet me there.